That's fine. You're on bed rest. All right, here we go. Let's do it.
Mobile low bandwidth simulcast of this show available on Alpha Geek Radio. Using your mobile device web browser, go to mobile.alphageekradio.com to tune in now.
Coming to you from Louisville, Kentucky.
It's the ValentineCast with your bed resting couple, Jay and Renee Valentine.
Today is Monday, July 7th, 2014.
And this is episode 163.
Yay!
Hey, everybody. I hope everybody's having a great day. And you had an awesome Independence Day.
Woo!
And if you were at Utah, or even if you just watched it streaming, you had an absolutely magnificent Nerdtacular weekend.
Happy birthday to America, 2014 years old. Yes! There are some Facebook posts about people who are saying that.
America is 2014 years old. Wow. Well,
I know.
Well, okay. So in theory, the land
is more than 2014 years old.
Okay.
If it's 2014 years old, you need to be put on the creationist bandwagon.
Right.
No, that's even more extreme than the creationist bandwagon. So, but there were people people put posts up on Facebook about people who actually said that, and they were a little confused.
Yeah.
Our Independence Day is 1776.
1776. That is correct.
I'm not sure how many years. I don't feel like doing the math.
Well, I mean, it's so I'm 39.
Okay.
So 38. So 338 years old.
America, we are one of the youngest countries in the entire world.
Because I was born.
We are babies.
I was born in 75.
Oh, okay, so a year before the centennial.
And then just add the 300. Yeah. Okay.
That's pretty funny.
I just want to take a moment and thank the folks at Alpha Geek Radio, and thank those guys for letting us live stream this.
They did awesome at Nerdtacular.
Did a magnificent job at Nerdtacular, and if we haven't said it once, we'll say it again. You can support what they're doing there at patreon.com/alphageek. We've done that because it is vital, to get this to you all, and we absolutely love those guys and Todd and the things that he's doing over there. Absolutely. And he was on an episode of Nerdpants.
Yep. And if it wasn't for Alpha Geek, we would have never been able to enjoy Nerdtacular this year. Exactly. And we'll talk about that in our weekend wrap up, but that was amazing.
Yep.
So.
And I also want to thank the folks at Pretty Lights Music at prettylightsmusic.com for letting us use their music for the intro and outro, and also Andrew Allen Trio at Coverville Records for letting us use their bed music throughout our show. So, just want to take a moment and say, what's going on to the chat room?
Hey, chat room. Missed you guys.
What is going on? How's everybody doing? Everybody's doing great?
Everybody's like, yeah.
All
doing
right.
awesome.
So, who do we have with us today?
We have Diddy is here, and I'm just going to say, because he's here, then Udella is here as well. Gnome Wise is here. I feel like we have the boss watching us right now. Hando is here. NC Matt J. I wonder if that's North Carolina.
Yeah, that's what Matt. Oh, that's Mr.
God, you know everything.
Yeah, he does like a geeky comic book like cast out of Asheville.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah, so I can't remember if it's
I can't remember.
It's not
things.
Revenar.
I depend on you.
It's not Revenar. If it is,
I know that name. If it is.
Because I think Revenar's in Tennessee. Is it Revenar?
He said, yeah.
Well, he's going to have to say it's not Revenar if he is not here.
She said because it could have been or something else.
Yeah, because there's this delay there.
Slight delay. We also have Punk Gopher is in the house. Hey, Punk.
What's going on?
And Willie Buckshot from the
show. Figures sold separately. That's
a great name for a podcast.
Yeah.
I'll tell you another one. Mint in Box. That's great name.
Is that a podcast?
No, but someone should make one.
Oh shoot, we need to go get that real quick.
Are you gonna do a show about action figures?
Oh no.
Okay. And memorabilia.
Yep.
But that would be a great.
And I got a text before the show that Jimmy Marbles, he's on holiday with the family. I'm like, dude, you're American. You're supposed to say vacation.
Did he really say holiday?
He did say holiday, but he told me to tell everybody in the chat room, hello.
I'm on holiday.
Yeah, so we got to see a bunch of pictures at Nerdtacular and everything else. And
yeah, that was amazing.
Before we get into that, I guess we should just go ahead and jump right into the weekend wrap up.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go ahead and do that, Dan. What happened?
Weekend wrap up. That's how you people say it, right?
All right.
I am just ADD today. Does my face look hugely swollen?
No.
Okay. I feel like it's like bleh. I feel like Jabba the Hutt.
No, you tripping. All right. All right, so let's not even talk about the weekend. Let's talk about what happened
last Tuesday.
Last Tuesday after the show, we got the show up and everything. We had Podbean wasn't down, but they were doing some maintenance. Got everything up, got to bed, woke up early the next morning at 7:30. Well, not at 7, but at 6:30 for Renee to have a doctor's appointment at 7:30. So we get there. She goes through all the regular stuff. They do the growth scan for Maya and Zoe. Renee was 34 weeks and 5 days.
Yes, I was.
And the doctor comes in and says, well, your blood pressure's up. You've gained 10 pounds in the last 10 days, and there's protein in your urine. Those are some early signs of preeclampsia.
And I know Jay's ears perked up.
My ears perked up because I've been through this before with my first child, and it was one of those things where I do remember with the first child they got sent home to do the 24-hour urine analysis
instead of
inpatient. But she said,
I wonder if I would have liked that better.
You would have, but like she said, it would have been longer. So she was like, there's two options. One is we send you home with a jug and a urine hat, or what we call it, a potty
bucket,
a potty hat, a potty hat,
or the potty bucket. I can't remember which one it was.
It was a potty hat because we said it was people in Boston. That's how they say potty hat. So it's a potty hat for Renee to collect her urine in. I'm going to see how many times I can say urine.
Urine.
So collect her urine in it. And she then had to and get sent home with it, and it would not be. She would turn it in Wednesday. Wednesday it would send it off, and we won't find out until Thursday if she is she has preeclampsia. But they said the other option is, which we're going to do, is send you to the hospital.
I was like,
for inpatient urine capture.
My eyes got huge.
Right.
My eyes are. Oh, and this was so funny. They actually did a check of my cervix. They checked to see how dilated you are. And when she said, "Oh, you're 3 centimeters," that's awesome.
That's awesome.
And I was like, "Oh my god, that's terrible." I didn't even hear her say that's awesome. I just heard 3 centimeters, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, that's terrible."
Yeah,
she actually said it was awesome.
So it was awesome because if she said there could be a chance that when you come back home, you won't be pregnant anymore.
I was like, I don't want that. I don't want that.
Like we're coming back home with children, with Zoe and Maya. So we packed up. We came back home.
Which was weird. We were packing up our hospital bag, and I was like, "This is nuts." We had to pack up baby clothes.
Yeah, we had most of the stuff already packed. There was a couple of things we were going to do that weekend that we didn't do prior by putting some clothes in for Maya and Zoe. And then also for me to put in some comfortable pants and stuff like that.
So we packed up, went to the hospital, got checked in.
Yep, we got in at 10:15.
Got a fashionable robe.
Yeah,
it was great.
And some mesh
panties. If you don't know about mesh panties, just look up mesh panties for pregnant women at the hospital.
Right,
find out all about that.
So we got settled in. Renee took her laptop. I took my laptop. I fired up the hotspot.
The nurses were laughing at us because we were working from the hospital.
Yeah, so we were working from the hospital. So I work from home regularly. Renee works. She works from home like once a week. So we fired up the hotspot, got logged into work, and we just started working away. They'll come in every now and then, check Renee's blood pressure. She'll run in,
pee in the potty bucket.
Get her urine captured.
If anybody wants to know more, just PM me privately, and I'll tell you all about the potty bucket, because I'm not going to talk about it extensively here. That's just ridiculous. But my stay, I have to say, hospital beds are crazy uncomfortable. You would think they would make them a little bit more comfortable,
right?
But they're not.
And this is awesome. So I just looked in the chat room, and Zabi said we're sitting on a plane, getting ready for takeoff. Mo is connecting to Alpha Geek Radio.
That's amazing.
See, this is the
Technology's great.
Yeah, technology's great, and this is the stuff that I love, and just absolutely, again, thankful to those folks at Alpha Geek Radio.
I know people get to hear
us
who normally hears. I know.
We're like the voice that people are riding home on.
People are heading home after Nerdtacular today, so a lot of people are heading home.
So one of the things that Renee was she was a little, of course she was a little worried about the preeclampsia.
Of course I was.
And is if I talk about what happened on Downton Abbey, is that a spoiler?
Is it this past season?
No, it was this season.
It might be. Oh
no, that was Rose, right?
There was a character. How about that?
Hey, hopefully no one don't go back and rewind because I think I may have said the name.
No, you get the name wrong.
I got the name wrong. Awesome. Thankfully, I get stuff wrong. So there was a particular lady that had passed away from preeclampsia, and I was like, "Hey, babe, isn't it awesome that medical technology is where it's at?" Like NC Matt J is saying, and you don't have to be like so and so in Downton.
I was like,
Renee.
I looked at him like, I was like, she died. I was like, that is not good to bring that up right now. But anyway, so we stayed the night. I got woken up a few times in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And it's terrible. But anyway, the next morning, I got cleared enough to go home.
So how was the food?
The food wasn't bad. I gotta tell you, for lunch, it was freaking chicken fingers and French fries.
Because they were like, you're on the regular
chocolate
diet.
Mousse dessert. I was like, what? And then for dinner, I lifted it up, and I was like, cheeseburger and French fries. They laughed in my face. I was like, what hospital serves cheeseburger and French fries?
Well, you had a regular diet, so
it
you
was
got to.
So funny.
Yeah.
But our nurses, for the most part, were okay. My last nurse wasn't so great. She forgot to bring me more water, and she forgot to bring me more mesh panties. And anybody who knows, you need to change some things like twice a day, or I need to.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. But I got cleared to go home on bed rest. I didn't have to stay there like 2 weeks.
Right.
Which is what would have happened if my protein had been high.
Yeah.
So.
Because the doctor was like, there's 3 things that can happen.
Yep.
You can go home, be on bed rest. She immediately said there was no option without bed rest.
Yeah.
Except for delivering the kids.
Yep. There was bed rest at home, bed rest at the hospital, delivering the kids immediately, depending on the outcomes. And I was like, okay, I want outcome number 1. I got my outcome number 1. But of course, I tested the limits a little just to see. And I realized what I can and can't do.
Well, and the other thing I'm concerned about is the other thing we did is I allowed you to ride with me to Kroger.
Yeah.
Well, I went to Kroger to pick up some quick stuff for
4th of July barbecue.
For 4th of July barbecue, just something quick for us. It was very last minute, and I got there. I picked up some burgers, slider buns, and stuff like that, and some ribs, and I was in there probably 20-30 minutes. No, was it 20-30 minutes?
You were in there maybe 15 minutes.
I was in there about 15 minutes, and we come back home. Renee checks her blood pressure,
and it's up.
And I'm just like, okay.
Like, I can't even ride in the car for 20 minutes.
Right.
Which is ridiculous. And I can't stay sitting in this chair for longer than 2 hours. So that's why we can't have a long podcast. Or else we'll be here for a while.
Where's Toby?
He's outside.
Oh. Was that him?
I guess.
You guys probably didn't hear it. I heard a
probably.
What was the other one?
Oh, but anyway, so I'm at home on bed rest. So that was our Tuesday fun time. So we'll see how much longer I have to stay in.
Yeah, so and then also this weekend was Nerdtacular Weekend.
And I was so excited to see it. Yep. I was super, super, super excited. And I'm glad that Alpha Geek Radio was there to stream it. And at first I wasn't too sad. I was just excited.
Right.
That I got to see the panels, and Scott was there, and he did his little intro, and we did the live TMS on Friday, and Wendy brought her donuts, and it was awesome.
Right.
But then what happened was I started seeing people.
So here's what happened. So while we were watching the first set and everything else, we saw there's Dark Anders, and it'll be like 15-20 minutes, and we'll say, oh, there's Zabi and Clark. Mm-hmm. Another 15 to 20 minutes, oh, there's OMF and Karen.
Yeah.
But then what happened was, before the All-Stars, they were showing the audience and stuff.
Right.
And then it was like, we saw Dark Anders, Eric Mahler, Zabi, and Ever Studios, and we just started seeing, and it was like bam, it was like bam, everybody. Bam, bam, and it was and we were like, oh my God, I can't believe that.
And then the tears started to come. Right. I was like, I can't believe that these are people I haven't seen in a year, and I won't get to see them for a whole nother year.
Oh yeah.
And I started crying. I was like, oh, this is so, but it's for a good, I know it's for a good reason. I know we're working on a big project here. Right. But I really missed everyone. I really missed the hugs that I would normally get. And there are some people who probably went this year that won't make it next year. Yep. And it was just, it was really emotional because I have really close friends.
Yep. So what's going on, Hando?
Valentine's. It's been a really long time since we last spoke.
I know. How you doing?
I'm doing great. I had so much fun watching N14 this weekend. It was really awesome. And I mean, I always have a lot of fun with these things because I typically don't get to go. I live in Boston, and I know that some folks from Boston get the privilege of going out there, but I don't generally make it out that far. I get to watch over the internet through the privilege of Mr. Gnomewise and University of Advancing Technology TV, which really outdoes themselves every year.
Yeah.
And it was just awesome this year, especially like the musical acts. It was the sound quality was just I think it was outstanding.
Yeah, sound quality was great.
So did you wear your potty hat?
I wore my potty hat. I had my potty pants. And,
That's awesome. Yeah. We really enjoyed watching the stream. And I liked that they kept it on a little bit in between the different segments. So it was nice to see people just walking past the camera and be like, I know that person. Mm-hmm. And yeah, it was great.
Definitely.
Oh man, the one thing that I would request. I understand the boss might be listening. Is that
right? Possibly, yes.
What happened last year, which I kind of missed this year, was that Gnomewise did a little sort of in between the panels. He would he had his own like little radio radio setup, and so in between the panels he would go and like pull people like different podcasters out of the audience, and he would just sit them down and interview them during the panel. And I thought that was such a nice touch. I thought it really just made it like a little bit more of an event, and I understand the reasonings why he probably didn't do that this year. He probably wanted to network, or he probably wanted to just be in the event itself a little bit more. But man, that was a really nice touch last year, and I wonder if there's a way to bring that back. Is the only thing I'd like to comment on.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try to answer for Nomar. I know this year was the first year that they had like 3 tracks going on at one time.
Yeah.
You know, so I think
he was a little busy.
So I think that could have possibly been it, but you know,
I'd be worried about him not being able to enjoy himself.
Yeah.
So now if he wants to, now Hando, I know you do sound and stuff. Maybe,
well,
are you? I
don't want to. I like I said, I understand the boss might be listening, and I will work for free. I'll fly out there and I'll work for chips and Pepsi.
Room and board. But yeah,
exactly.
Man. Yeah.
I'll sleep on a bench in the lobby if you want.
Yeah, but yeah, man. So we really enjoyed it. So what was your favorite moment?
The double clicks were my favorite moment. I mean, I was enjoying everything, but when the double clicks came on, I thought the sound was so good. And of course, me doing this sort of thing for a living, I was just like, wow, it just sounds like the bass notes and like the full range of everything was there. Awesome. And I just really thoroughly enjoyed that concert. And Alan, sorry, what's the guy's name?
Andrew Allen.
Having a brain seizure. Andrew, that guy, the jazz guys before them were really great too, and some of the little things that went on with that. But yeah, that was my favorite part. But I think the whole thing was great.
Oh, great. So, what was your favorite part, babe?
I think it was probably the All Stars. I really liked it.
Yeah, All Stars is always pretty funny.
Yeah, the All Stars was great. The movie posters and everything. I liked how they did a head-to-head kind of thing on the second day.
Yeah, I like I like the All Stars because Scott has a little competition streak and show. So you got some people up there that have that competition streak in them, and it just makes it so interesting and fun. And then like when Scott is like on the cusp of guessing something,
he's like, "Oh shite! Yeah.
He did really good for the second part of that too. He was like nailing it.
He did awesome. So
yeah,
we really enjoyed.
I missed the first All Stars. I committed myself to a 4th of July barbecue thing and stuff.
Yeah, we told everybody, screw y'all. We're gonna watch our. Because it was like, I can't be there, screw it, I'm gonna sit there and watch it. Right. So I did.
And there was the one moment also. We have Jean-Francis debut in the chat room, and they're actually talking about the figures that Nathan and Clark presented. I think it was Nathan and Clark that presented them to Scott, the 40K figures, and that was awesome. That was an amazing thing to see, and it made me want to go down and go play 40K with Clark. So it's like I'm gonna have to take a trip to Nashville to go in Clark's basement so we can play some 40K. Yeah.
What was that part where you and I were watching at the same time, and they said something like they made some kind of reference to Martin Luther King, and you were like, hey, wait a minute, that's Martin Luther King Jr. And I was like, can you believe the disrespect? And we were talking to each other over the IRC. I was just like, hey, cowboy. We did this virtual high five thing, and it's just like, yeah, we're watching it together on.
They answered the question that was supposed to have been Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and they just said Martin Luther King Day. And I was like, it ain't right. You're not supposed to give him that point because it's Martin Luther King Jr., But I was like, so much disrespect, Yeah, that was pretty good. The chat room was awesome. It was cool. That was a cool part of it, being able to watch it with all those people and, being able to, guess at the games and stuff like that. And you have to admit, Our Tadpool for Frogpants, they have some smart people. They know their stuff.
Yeah, they know their stuff. They definitely do.
Right.
They definitely do.
Yeah. So, but yeah. So, did you have anything else for us?
No, man. I just wanted to say how great a job I think the guys did. University of Advancing Technology and Gnomewise did. It was just enjoyable, and I really hope that I can make it out next year, maybe with a little labor traded. What I'm saying? I could come out there and do a little work for the boss. That sort of thing.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, cool, man.
Otherwise, no, I just wanted to say I had a really good time. I mean, I hope I get to make it out there, and it was really cool. So it was good. It was good, sort of meeting up with you guys. Seeing you on the IRC and all that.
Yeah, definitely. Well, cool, man. Well, thanks for calling in.
All right, talk to you guys later.
All right, see ya.
Bye bye. That was Hendo.
Thanks, Hendo.
Does our weekend wrap up?
Wrap up. So we really enjoyed Nerdtacular. So
we did, and even though we weren't there, it was awesome. The love that we still got.
Yeah, and I loved seeing the pictures. And tweets and everything, and it was amazing.
Yeah,
loved it.
Well, cool. Yeah. All right, let's go ahead and I guess we should probably talk about this now a little bit. Now, with the whole bed rest thing that Renee's on and everything else, we've been kind of mulling over and trying to figure out what's the next few weeks going to look like.
Right.
And we're going to see how everything goes tonight.
So don't be surprised if ValentineCast is canceled.
Unless, I did think about this. I thought about having a guest on.
Oh, instead of me. That's perfect.
Meh.
Okay, why would you say I thought about having a guest on and then meh
you said that's
immediately?
Perfect. You said that's perfect, and that's saying it's meh. It's like saying, "Oh, my wife's not here. Let me go to the strip club," and you be like, "Yes, Jay, that's perfect." Nah. Not saying anything's wrong with the strip club at all. I'm just saying that's not a replacement for my wife.
Okay.
Look, I found my screwdriver.
I'm glad you found your screwdriver.
So I definitely I may be hitting some people up for next week if see how everything goes.
Can't, yeah, I'll let you know. I mean, I'll know how I'm feeling.
And I need to get with Joel Duggan. He may be listening. I know he's traveling right now, but I need to get with him. I was thinking about having him on next Monday.
That would be good.
But I think next Monday is Jocelyn's birthday.
Well, then if I believe that won't work.
Right.
That won't work.
Cool.
I wouldn't even ask.
And NC Matt J said we just got a 1-star review from strippers.
No. Hey, I like strip clubs. They're very entertaining. They can do stuff I can never do in my entire life. So they're very flexible.
Right.
So
cool. All right. Well, we're going to skip tech because we have none, and we're going to jump right into some media.
Media, movies, books, comics, TV.
What the heck was that? What'd you touch?
I was turning the bumper up and I accidentally hit one of the songs. All right.
Well, we are not doing any more movies.
Well, we're not rolling for any more movies, but we are watching movies.
But we aren't rolling for any just because I don't bank on what we're gonna watch right now. It's
right.
But we did watch 3 movies.
Yeah, we watched 3 movies this weekend. Robots happened to come on HBO,
and it was at the beginning. You know how I love watching stuff from the beginning.
Well, it was almost the beginning.
I missed a tiny part.
You missed about 3 minutes.
Yeah, and were you surprised that I wasn't like rewind?
No, because I didn't even say anything. I wasn't going to say anything.
Yeah, it didn't bother me.
So I've seen Robots before. I remember going to see it with my kids, and this is an animation movie that came out in 2005. And Robin Williams is one of the voices in this.
Yeah, he's always great. I love him in everything he does.
So Renee had never seen this. And Robots, to me, is a decent movie for adults because the adults get the humor and the kids don't get some of the humor. Because I remember I was going with my kids and I was laughing And they were looking at me like, "What are you laughing at, Dad?" You know?
Yeah, like, why are you laughing at that part? They didn't say anything that made sense.
Right,
like,
right.
To you, maybe.
right. But so, what did you think about it?
I thought it was cute. It wasn't amazing, but it was very predictable. But of course, it's a kids movie. It's going to be predictable. It wasn't bad. I wouldn't mind my kids watching it because there were some parts that were just funny. There were a lot of unnecessary parts, but hey, it's a kid movie, so I enjoyed it. It wasn't too bad.
And then yesterday, and then another movie that Renee hadn't seen, we watched, and that was Polar Express.
Creepy old Polar Express.
And greedy Tom Hanks.
Greedy Tom Hanks,
why is he greedy?
He is the voice of every adult in that freaking movie, except for the mom. He's terrible. I'm surprised he didn't play the mom. Just raise his voice up. So Tom Hanks is very greedy in that movie, and I do not approve Mr. Hanks.
And this was another movie I went to go see with my kids as well.
Right.
And
did they enjoy it?
They seemed to enjoy it. Benji was scared. It was really odd. He got scared during the wolf scene where they was just chasing the train.
Where the wolves were chasing the train?
Yeah.
He got scared of the wolves.
That scared him.
The wolves. Okay.
And then the
marionette, you said, scared him, right?
The marionette.
When they were walking through the car full of toys.
Yes, and the car full of toys.
Yeah.
And then also the ghost skiing down.
Oh, that scared him too.
Yeah.
But he was a little young then.
Yeah. He was. And
now this movie, I heard the soundtrack a billion times when I was working at Von Mar, which is a retail place. I would hear during the holidays they played that soundtrack out. So tired of hearing the soundtrack. But so I knew that. So I had heard the songs a billion times when they came on. I was like, hot chocolate. I was like, oh my god, I was tired of hearing hot chocolate.
Hot chocolate. What you got?
And that boy was terrible. I mean, he caused all the problems in the entire movie.
Right.
And they didn't ever really say anybody's name. Like, none of the kids had names.
Right.
Which is, anyway. It was a different kind of movie. It was okay.
Yeah.
It was all right.
It was one, like I said, you hadn't seen it before,
yeah.
So figured we would.
It was meh.
And then, the last movie we watched was World War Z. So this is the Brad Pitt movie where the zombies are climbing up, or like ants, climbing up a wall or whatever. These are fast zombies.
These are the different kinds of zombies.
The fast zombies.
Yeah.
That
they clack their teeth together a lot. It was weird.
I hated
it was
that
weird.
So much.
This is not a spoiler, but somehow the zombies were able to tell which was a zombie making noise and what was a human making noise.
Right. So what we're saying is, if someone is stepping on broken glass, and that broken glass is stepped on by a zombie, no one does anything.
Yeah.
The zombies are like, oh, that's a zombie stepping on glass.
Yes, even though I can't even see.
But if a human steps on the glass or drops something, all of a sudden, that's a human. I know that's a human. And they go ape shit crazy. So.
Yeah. It was like, they were like the clackers. In The Last of Us. If you ever played The Last of Us.
Clickers.
The clickers.
The clackers.
Clack traps. Clack traps. So, so it wasn't bad. Brad Pitt, was his moody, older guy, handsome self. So, so it wasn't bad. So I bought a couple of games. Tuesday before we left for the hospital, I bought the PS Vita Pets, because I didn't win the Ladies Elite giveaway. Sorry.
Yeah,
it went to a guy named Dominic. I can't remember his.
It was two.
Chat
two
name.
People. Yeah. No, not the Doghouse System. I'm talking about the Vita Pets.
Oh.
Yeah, so I bought the Vita Pets for my PS Vita before we went to the hospital on Tuesday. I played that a little bit. I'm still up in the air about that. And then also, Child of Light for the Vita came out. And I've been waiting for this, and I'm also waiting for Transistor to come out for the Vita as well. So I bought Child of Light for the Vita. Many of you that know, I bought this game for Renee about a month or two ago for the PS4.
Failed. If you were on here, you heard me say how much I failed.
And how you said it felt like this game wasn't made for you. Or no, you felt like you were a horrible gamer.
It made me feel like a horrible gamer. I was like, why am I not doing that? I played these games before. Why am I not doing well? It made me feel really, really sad.
And Renee was like, well, maybe I'm just not good at RPGs. And I was like, no, man. I was like, I heard it's just really hard. So I've been playing on the Vita. I finally got to the stage that Renee had gotten to. But before I got to that stage, I noticed something. And I asked Renee, did this happen to her? After you get your ability to fly, I met up with someone that joined my party. And I asked Renee, was this person a part of her party? And she was like, no, I didn't
have anybody in my party, period.
So long story short, the reason she couldn't beat the boss in the first stage, even though she was so close.
I was so close to beating
the boss, but she would die.
I tried over and over.
At the last bit, every time. It's because she didn't have the extra person in her party that she needed. So that was a huge relief. And
it makes you feel a little better.
And it made her feel better that, you know what, I'm actually pretty good, because I almost beat it just by myself, not with the other person that joined my party and was a healer and stuff like that. So I guess I'll try it again one day, maybe. And so I feel a little silly that I missed the person in my party. And I'm sorry I stole some of your thunder on that. No, that's fine. You can steal my thunder anytime. You can steal my thunder. So what else did you play this week? I played Monkey Island 2 Special Edition, and you warned me, thank you, that it was a point and click. Yep. And it's like a puzzle game. Yeah. You have to find things. It's like to progress the story. It's like a Telltale game. Yeah, it's like a Telltale game, but more involved with Telltale. Right. It wasn't bad. I mean, I'm still. I think it's my chair. Oh, okay. Maybe. We keep hearing the noise. We keep hearing like somebody talking. You sure? Okay. No. Why didn't Toby come in here? Because I didn't want him in here. Oh, okay. He'd be bothering me. That makes sense. Sorry, my dog has been incessantly bothering me for like the past 2 weeks. It's ridiculous. Right. But so Monkey Island 2 isn't bad. It's you got to put stuff together. People request stuff. You got to go find stuff. And it's point and click. It's not any really action or anything. But you know, I needed a game like that. You know what it reminded me of? What? Reader Rabbit. Reader Rabbit. What is Reader Rabbit? It's the game for your kids that do all the. It's a learning game. Oh. For your kids. I was like, what is Reader Rabbit? Because I tried to play Monkey Island, and I didn't know it was a point to click, which I wish someone had told me. I wouldn't have gotten it. But when I started playing, I was like, oh, this is junk. I'm not playing this again. So I got rid of it. So I didn't talk about this last week, but I did pick up WildStar. I played for probably 2 days in a row and stopped. It's a fun game, though. It's a fun game. I wish I could understand what exactly I'm missing. I'm not. You aren't seeing the amazement. Nothing is grabbing me, and I feel bad because there hasn't been anything that's grabbed me in the MMO space. The last game that really grabbed me was Final Fantasy, and that lasted 3-4 months. You know, and I think that kind of bothers me a little bit because I feel like I should be playing an MMO because I've always played an MMO. But now I'm sitting here playing Child of Light on my PS Vita or some other thing on my iPad, or I'm Faster Than Light on my iPad, or I'm playing Diablo 3. I've been playing Diablo 3 for a while. Right. So I went back playing Diablo 3, and I'm working on my Crusader now. My Crusader right now, he's kind of almost geared to the point where I like for him to be, but he's not quite tier T6 ready, like I want him to be. Mm-hmm. But one of the things that I did while doing this was that I got the Fate of the Fallen, which is a two-handed flail that a lot of people love. And once I got it, I may have mistakenly de-eated. All I know, I got it.
Were you sad, or did it not matter to you?
I was sad for probably 2 seconds. Then I said it'll drop again, and then I said it didn't drop.
Diddy said, "But bunny ears."
But I'm not playing. I'm not playing.
I don't even know what the race is.
I'm playing. My races. I'm playing the Exile Human is what I'm playing.
I did the trial for a little bit. I played the Rock Girl because I don't know. I usually play a roguish type, but I did more like a warrior type. This time, but I didn't play that long either. Just can't sit there and play for that long. So, but I don't know. So maybe we'll start come back into our lives. Maybe not. So cool. But we do have some food. Stuff that we need to talk about, some business.
All right, cool. Let's go ahead and do that. Sorry, I was
no, it's okay.
Talking with Mr.
I was prompting you.
The fridge is not prepared.
Probably did a terrible job prompting you.
All right, prompt it, baby.
It is week 97. So we did announce, and Jay got the message to Brian. So that he announced at Nerdtacular.
I have to thank Gnomewise for this.
Yeah. Oh.
Because I forgot to give it to Brian because we were at the hospital.
Oh, we were at the hospital.
And I was just so out of it.
You worried about me. Aww.
So I gave it to Gnomewise. Gnomewise handed it off to Mr. Fletcher.
Scott Fletcher.
Who gave it to Brian, and Brian was able to announce it. So
yeah, we did announce, for those of y'all who didn't hear, 194 people have lost 1,663.8 pounds. That's about 8.6 pounds per person.
Yep.
Amazing job. That was for the past year.
Yep.
So total, Jay posted a total of how many pounds. And let me see if I can.
I have it right here.
For the 2 years we've been doing this.
So for the 2 years that we've been doing this, last year or this year, like Renee said, 1,663.8 pounds, which is 754 kilograms, or 118.8 stones. In 2013, from 2012 to 2013, we lost 3,547.6 pounds, which is 253.4 stones, or 1,609.2 kilograms. But for the 2 years combined, we've lost a total of 5,211.4 pounds.
Yeah. I mean, it's amazing how much weight that the Frogpants community has lost, and I'm very proud of everybody.
And so I created a new challenge on Lose It today. I put the link in the Frogpants Lose It group, which you can find at facebook.com/groups/Frogpants Lose It. The other thing that we're thinking about doing is, because we have some folks from the UK who aren't able to use. We have folks outside of Canada and the United States that can't use Lose It. So we're thinking about putting a Google form out, letting people go out, whatever interval they want to do. They put in their total weight loss, and then we can, gather the information that way as well. So we're kind of trying to figure out how to include everybody, because Frogpants is worldwide.
Yeah, it's definitely a worldwide thing.
Even though Lose It is just doing U.S. and Canada, we need to figure out something that will work for everyone. But because of my American mind, I am asking people to put their weights in with pounds.
Please convert it for us. We really appreciate it.
Sorry. Because I'm American. So if folks want to join the Frogpants Loser group, like I said, they can go out to facebook.com/groups/Frogpants Lose It. And let's go ahead and get with Mr. Feisty, who played an awesome Malcolm Reynolds.
He was great, Malcolm Reynolds.
Yep.
I really loved it.
Odds and ends.
And we have some birthdays.
We do. We
And
have several birthdays.
We do. So tomorrow, we have Brandon OMF Matthews.
Woo!
His birthday is tomorrow.
Yay.
Happy birthday, Brandon.
Happy birthday, Brandon.
And on Thursday, who do we have?
Stephanie Bauer, the recently married Stephanie Bauer.
And we also have Andy Rutledge.
His birthday is also on Thursday.
Yes, sir.
Frank McCauley's birthday is on Thursday.
Yep. And then on Saturday, we have Mr. Gary Fisher.
Yay!
Mr. Land Guru himself.
Yes, he was at Nerdtacular. Saw
Yep.
him. And our friend Danny's birthday is on Saturday. Happy birthday, Danny.
Yep. And then also our good friend Rachel Kimberly Bowe.
It's her birthday on Saturday as well. So happy
is.
birthday to everyone having a birthday this week. If we didn't say your name, you can write us in and tell us.
There's a special birthday on Friday.
Whose birthday's on Friday?
Rachel Collier.
I'm not even Rachel Collier is a local news anchor that Jay thinks is really cute. And he was so excited when she friended him on Facebook. So.
Yeah.
Granted, she's cute. She's one of the curvier gals. So
yeah.
And curves are awesome. So I like her too. But it was really cute. So happy birthday, Rachel Collier. We have to make sure to watch Friday. They might give her a cake or something.
Oh, she'd probably be out in the field. I don't think they're going to do anything.
They want to do anything nice for Rachel?
I don't know.
Come on now.
So
But
let's see. Let's see if we have any voicemails and if we have any emails. Well, Muhammad.
I didn't even check.
Oh, Thunder. Oh, it means Toby's not
All
go out.
through the night.
So we have no email. No one's called us. And that's okay.
And that's all right because we'll keep going.
So if you guys want to reach out to us, you can do so at thevalentinecast@gmail.com. You can also see our blog at valentinecast.com. The podcast Twitter feed is ValentineCast. Please, 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 if you're on Twitter, make sure that you're following ValentineCast if you want to get an update.
Yeah.
If we're going to have a show or not.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
I do need to do better about posting it to facebook.com/ValentineCast. I don't always. And
you don't always do that.
I need to do better about that. So you can go like us at facebook.com/ValentineCast. You can also call us. Where can they call us?
They can call us at
415
415-75-BCAST. That's 415-758-2278. Video of this and past podcasts can be seen at youtube.com/ValentineCast. Jay's Twitter feed is the Cowboy. That's TheCaoboi. And my Twitter feed is the Ice Flow.
Chat room, thank you all so much for being here. And
thank you all for making our lives more complete.
Yes.
You all are amazing.
Yes. Again, thank you Alpha Geek Radio for the streaming and everything else. And we do have a 5-star review on iTunes.
What?
We have a 5-star review by Teddy826.
I know him.
Said, my favorite podcast couple.
Oh.
I love seeing great people win in life. You guys are the best. Thanks for what you do.
Winning.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Teddy.
You are amazing.
You all have a great week. Hopefully we'll see you next week.
Hopefully we'll see you next week.
Watch out on the podcast Twitter feed.
Yep. Babies could come anytime, so keep that in mind.
All right.
I don't want anybody getting upset because we aren't here because babies are here.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Bye.
Boops. 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 That was hilarious. Boops. Boops. Boops.
Oh.
I'm putting the shot ski picture in there.
Oh, I thought you was gonna put the
What picture?
Let's see here. All right.
That's okay. Self promotion's allowed.
Noise. What?
Oh, NC Matt J says shameless self promotion and put podcast.
No, that's fine.
In there.
Podcast by great people is always welcome.
Yeah, we gotta get. He probably won't even go now, but let me finish up here real quick. I'll try to take him out. Oh.
All right. See you, Willie.
See you.
All right. So you just putting that. You don't have a lot to do, and you don't need to stay back here.
No, I'm gonna leave as soon as I'm done with this.
Okay.
I'm gonna go take my blood pressure, and we'll see what happens. And add and save draft, and I'm done. Bye, guys. See y'all later. I had tons of fun tonight. Bye.
All right. It goes Renee.
Okay.
There you go.
There you go. There you go.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Peanut butter jelly. No. Yeah, he's probably hiding. It's thundering outside right now, so I'm pretty sure he's gonna be tripping. So I hope everybody is having a great week. Did everybody have a great 4th in Canada Day, or whatever else may have been going on? I went and picked up some hamburgers and made some sliders instead of just big old burgers. And Renee's folks have been okay. Renee's folks have been amazing. They brought some meals over, and also, so let me tell you guys. Hey, NC Matt J, does North Carolina still have the crazy laws where you can't fireworks laws? Like I remember used to driving to Virginia to pick up fireworks with my folks. But Hando, you called in around. Let me see. Is that you right there? I'm gonna see how many times I can say urine.
Urine.
No, that's not it.
Stay sitting in this chair for longer than 2 hours. So that's why we can't have a long podcast. Or else we'll be here for a while.
What's Toby?
He's outside.
Oh. Where did Hando call in? There was no option without bed rest.
Yeah.
Except we're still talking there. Oh, there we go. What's going on, Hando?
Valentine's. It's been a really long time since we last spoke.
I know.
Hi,
how you doing?
I'm doing great. I had so much fun watching N14 this weekend. It was really awesome. And I mean, I always have a lot of fun with these things because I typically don't get to go. I live in Boston, and I know that some folks from Boston get the privilege of going out there, but I don't generally make it out that far.
Yeah, see, that's what I was worried about. She was in here less than an hour, and her blood pressure, it went back up. See? Telling you. Let me export this. Crazy lady. Oh yeah, it does. It speeds it up a whole lot. When we first started doing the show, I edited for like 90 minutes, cutting out and all kinds of stuff, and then too, I don't know. Some of the best stuff that we've had has always been live. What I normally do, soon as I'm done, so for those that may be watching, NC Matt J asked, does going live to tape speed up your editing a lot? And yes, I'm usually from unless I'm entertaining everybody, because I do this after. Because I like doing the after show, hanging out with people. But level later. What I end up doing is just cutting out the noise removal. So like when like sometimes I'm running my AC or something else is there, but I always do a noise removal when I'm done. But then like when I have, because I don't have Skype coming in through a different channel, I have to I do have to go through and levelate the episode just to make everything nice and even. I do try to do it on the back end, software wise, but it doesn't always work. I guess I'm running into my friends. Canada was nice. You don't get thunder where you live. What do you mean you don't get thunder? And you don't get thunder where you live? Uncle Hando. Sparkles. Oh, okay. It's going on to take an article. Yep, I've read that article actually, and that's why I have a standing desk in the other room. And then also I've seen articles about standing up too much. Oh. Y'all see that flicker? Y'all see that? Oh. Let me save. Just to be on I do have that. So I just want to save this just to be sure. Save project. Just want to be sure. Episode 163. Yeah, let me save that. I usually. Oh, okay. So you just tack on the beginning and end of the music. Yeah, that's what I used to do. I used to add the beginning and ending on, and then I don't know. And then I got the soundboard. That was before I added the beginning and ending on before I got the soundboard, and then I got the soundboard, my mixer, and I just said, you know what? We're gonna do it straight live to tape. No, I do not have a UPS, but I do have one nice. I do have one nice surge protector though, but I already have it saved off. I always save it off just in case. That's like the first thing I do. So unless I hit Alt F4, by the time it's over, I don't think I ever lost the show. Oh, hey, Alpha Geek Radio folks. I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. I just realized I was still on the air. So, Alpha Geek Radio folks, thank you for hanging with us. And I'm about to get you back to your other streaming services. So, go check them out at patreon.com/AlphaGeek. Go support. Fight the power. Okay. And we're off Alpha Geek. There we go. So, man, I wish I could. So, let me ask you guys a question. Let's say, in theory, your mom. Okay. I'm trying to figure out how I can ask this. So, let's say your parents got a divorce when you were young. Okay. and your dad gets remarried, and you know the stepmom and everything. That whole relationship is kind of not the greatest, and everything else. But then, 30-some years later, your dad and stepmom finally get divorced. I'm just going to say that the relationship was not there. There were some things that were kind of shady. Not shady, that were said that as a child shouldn't have been said too. So, your dad and your stepmom get divorced and your dad remarries. And then all of a sudden, you log into Facebook and then you see a friend request from your dad's ex-wife who used to be your stepmom. And just for the record, the stepmom is also the mother of 2 of your half-brothers. What do you do? Do you accept the Facebook request or do you ignore the Facebook request? Dun, dun, dun. How we talk? It's not about me. I'm just asking in theory. So in theory, no, no NC Matt J. That is correct. That's a good assumption. So, okay, yes, and that person did decline, not once, but twice, because it's like every month. A request comes in every month, which I don't understand. I'm just like, this person's just like, that person just wants to call them and be like, or send that person a message and say, why do you keep sending this person? Why do you keep sending me a Facebook friend request? Yeah, totally a friend of mine. I'm asking for them. I will make sure I gave them good advice. Good advice. Oh, come on, Levelator. You guys are great. No, and being real about everything. Yeah, I even do that. I've even done that with some bullies that I had to. That's the weirdest thing is that I had some kids. Growing up, I was a pretty nice guy. I'm a nice guy now. I think I am for the most part. I'm all right. One of the things that kind of trips me out, people that picked on me and kind of bullied me a little bit, and granted, it made me the person I am now. I guess today it would be considered bullying, but back then, which is really odd, I don't think it would have been considered bullying. But it's really odd that, I get a friend request from them, and I'm kind of like, what in the hell is this friend request from this person that used to joke me, and I mean actually I've been punched in the stomach and everything else, so I guess maybe that would have been considered bullying if they put a hand on me, I guess. So it's just the weirdest thing to get a Facebook request from those folks. And the first few times I was really nice and I accepted the friend request. But then the more I thought about it and the more I saw how those people really haven't changed a whole lot from when I was younger, they were still, lack of a better word, they were still a roughneck. And it's almost just seemed like they were just grown. The only change that has happened to them is that they've gotten more testosterone, which is kind of crazy. And they didn't. I mean, they of course they don't bully on. I didn't get bullied on Facebook by them or anything. But they were super nice and all this other stuff. And I was kind of like, do I ask them what the hell is up? I mean, like, why you really want to? Are you just wanting to see what's going on in my life, or what's the deal? Why? Back then, you guys really didn't want to. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. I just don't understand it. Some of the weirdest stuff. That's all I can say. I don't understand it. Anybody? Can anybody explain this nonsense to me? I just don't know. Maybe one day we'll all understand. Tag copy. I am glad I didn't water. I was going to water Renee's flowers, but I'm glad I didn't because it's raining. All right, that's saved. That's there. FileZilla. And I know you guys are saying some things. I'm going to go back and look in a second. Just let me get this stuff uploaded. All right, so that's uploading. Minimize this. Here, what do you guys say? Let's see. Ian, that was one of the things that I thought about doing. That was one of the things I thought about doing. But and I could totally, there are some people I've learned in life that you could do that to, and they accept it, and they go about their way with it. But then there are those that absolutely don't believe it, that they did nothing wrong, and that's the feeling that I get. I don't want to toot my horn. I'm keen on a lot of people. Sometimes it can, I wish that was the case. Oh, no. I think some of it too is me say I ain't got time for that. All right. Let's see here. Valentine episode. Copy. Publish new podcast. Choose file to upload. Select from account. 63. That's the file name. Episode 163. Bed resting. The image is going to be that one. And there's the text and publish. Media. There's my URL. YouTube. Oh, I can't do YouTube yet. ValentineCast. I'm so pretty, pretty, pretty. I got bronchitis. Guess I could have played some music. I ain't got time for that. All right, pages, dashboard, post, there, current, we're. So I'm not sure if y'all heard. I think I did say that Renee's blood pressure was elevated a little bit. So I'm a little, I don't know if the right word is overprotective. Is overprotective? Can I be overprotective? I don't know. I probably can be. But I'm not like a naggy husband. It's kind of like, babe, I can get your water, or I can go get this, and I even let her go get some stuff too. So I let her, because I know she doesn't want to feel invalid. All right. Whoop. I'm going to go to Twitter. All right. All I got to do now is stop the video, then upload to YouTube. Let's see. Let me get these last comments. Well, the dog wasn't in here when it was going, No, he's just being very close. And maybe our dog's that awesome. Well, I can't go for a walk because it's raining outside. I am going to pump up the tires on my bike, I believe. And yeah. Yeah, I pumped up the tires on my bike. Well, I'm going to. So, and plus I try not to get too far away. All right, everybody. I am going to stop the feed, and I am going to stop the feed, and I am going to see you guys on the Twitter, IRC, and all those other great places. Thank you all for popping in. We really appreciate it, and we really appreciate the love. All right, I'm gonna pop this off. I thought about streaming some Diablo. We'll see. All right, and if you see me in Splinter Cell, it's that stupid Uplay that keeps me logged in. Even when I quit the game, Uplay stays up and it still says I'm playing. So, stupid Uplay. All right, no more. Thanks for hopping in. See you, Punk Gopher. I haven't had a chance to fly the helicopter again. I was going to do it for Memorial Day, but I didn't get a chance. And I'm sad that we missed you at Nerdtacular. But the awesome part, you're going to become the Louisville. So we get the personal Punk Gopher gaming with Gopher treatment. All right. You guys take it easy. See you later.